What's good with y'all boys? Look what the fuck I'm looking at, bro. 2K views in 15 minutes. My truth, bro. What could you possibly say after cracking your cousin, nigga? What is your truth, bitch? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was finna react to the Knicks, but I had seen this shit, so we finna look at this, my nigga. I'm excited to see what she gotta say. Yeah, my cousin just too fine. I had to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this.
Hello, everyone. I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I
Nigga, you could have sent a text, bruh. This nigga not watching this shit, dude. He talking about, I'm so sorry to my ex. Let me apologize, but let me put some ass on this bitch so I can make it back. Man, fuck out of here, bruh. Nigga, bro, you know damn well you still taking this dick to this day, my nigga. I'm sorry. I hate to be in the bearer of bad rules. We all know this shit, gang. This shit is a fake persona, my nigga. And to your supporters, I have never seen a single person watch any one of your streams, bro. They was non-existent, my nigga. They all watched Kenneth.
not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did. But our relationship was not picture perfect as it may seem. I lost myself in our relationship and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did. I have to own up to what I did and I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around me. I know I've done wrong, I fucked up, and I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share.
Get this weak ass apology out my face, my nigga. Bro, this sound like, you know how you get pulled out of class in fucking middle school and you gotta come back to the class and get a nigga a letter? That's the type of shit I was writing in fucking middle school, gang. This week, you say I was in a dark place. Yeah, I was in a dark place. My mental health was off, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin was just looking extra fine. I had to cry. Like, it don't even make sense, bruh. Like, hold on. Let me watch
My
this shit.
story
Let me
because
stop trolling.
regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name, and I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire
Her ass is
relationship and
really
I've been doing
lying.
this for months, which is completely false because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was
Bro,
attacking
yo,
innocent people.
cat, we don't give a fuck about mama, nigga. Get to why you cracked your cousins. This nigga talk about, yeah, I got a good relationship with my parents. Bro, we already assumed y'all niggas was weird, bro. Bro, this nigga chat, bro. That's what I'm saying. This middle school ass apology, bro. Like, bro, you chatting, bro. You adding extra fluff to the shit to get to that motherfucking 12-minute mark. This shit could have been a TikTok story, gang. Get to the point. Why did you let your cousin put meat in you, bro? That's what we here for, gang.
Completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about a stream that my ex was on where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it. The next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clips and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snow Cone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snow Cone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship. When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend, he was my first everything, and I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me. Because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be. We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal. But what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together.
Oh, word?
He even forced himself on me at one point. My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as an outlet.
Kenneth, this is the hefty allegation, bro. Holy fuck. Hey, I'm not gonna say that. I don't know if this is true, but Kenneth, bro. Hey, that's all I'm gonna say.
Outlet.
You gotta make sure this shit true.
He would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of. But at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time of my essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
Whoa. Hold on. Slow down. Slow down, man. Hold on, Kenneth. Hold on, look, Ken. Hold on, look, Ken. Hold on, look, Ken. Whoa. All right, maybe motherfuckers was too harsh. What the? I'm not saying this is true. I don't know, my nigga. But gang, really, Kenneth? These are some hefty allegations. I don't know if she pulling a Jordan Parleen and shit, but hey, man. I mean, shit, nigga did that. We low-key might have to put him down in GTA and shit, you know? But let's watch this shit.
After all this abuse, I formed a trauma bond with my ex, which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues.
Damn, cuz, I'm not reading all that. Y'all niggas can pause.
Our relationship. I still have the letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse and
Whoa, confess? I always tried to hit you with no, let's not break up, let's continue fighting, I will change, or other empty lies. The truth is that you did the right thing. You were strong enough to see the man you once loved has become uncontrollable and have gone into a spiral of destruction. This nigga talk like Laura Beers, nigga. I was constantly raising my voice, acting erratically, and mentally abusing you. I did not understand your decision until the decision hit me. Breaking up with someone does not always mean it's the end, as a breakup can very much lead to a new light with that person. I stopped thinking of the breakup as pointless and harmful and started thinking of it as a chance for rebirth. I became a stranger, someone who didn't what? Someone who you did not know from the start, and you breaking up with me helped me realize that I need to work on myself. I am not working on myself for the sake of the relationship, but for me. I have problems that can hinder my growth in many areas of my life, and I do not. Nigga, what? Bro, I ain't gonna shit, nigga. We might allegedly have to believe the little shit, bro. You talking about you went to a spiral of destruction like he's a fucking Naruto villain, gang. Oh, we might have to believe the little shit.
That's the wrongdoings that he put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything
I knew the
my ex
nigga was a
bought for
trick.
me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a list of expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025.
Is she black or Hispanic?
And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video I recorded after leaving my ex.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but like, I feel like I'm losing my mind, though. And like, I just need to listen and get help.
Hold on, look, Ken. Hold on, look, Ken.
Other people in my life, or maybe therapy.
Hold on, look, Ken. This nigga like Yagami, bro.
Like, I think like
He was like these behind the scenes, gang.
a lot of stuff. That's
Hey,
been
YouTube
going on,
FC, everything is a
like,
legend, bro.
like,
Don't strike me, please.
I need to stop pretending that I'm sorry, this is so non-descriptive, but I just kind of want to pour everything out because I'm at a breaking point in my life right now. But it's not your problem at all. At all. But, yeah, I need help in that sense. I need to listen and grow up and do better.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for the past 2 years. I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself. Mental health is so stigmatized to where
Nigga, my fault for not reacting. Nigga, I've been sitting here, listen. This nigga my mute on TikTok. If this nigga going through a motherfucker, a Jordan Parlene and Tonga situation and he getting hit with false shit, I ain't gonna lie, you gonna have to get, I told you to, you know what I'm saying, punch her head and make it roll off her shoulders, my nigga, and shit. But you ain't want to do that. You gotta like, you know what I'm saying, make her disappear in GTA, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie. But if it is true, we gotta get rid of Kenneth, gang.
a lot of people, including me, do not get the help that they need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction. Throughout the past few weeks, I've attempted to take my life multiple times, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and Every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regress more. In my time there, I met a lot of people that were in worse positions than me, and I learned a lot about the unfair and inhumane treatment that these people receive. And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet in the way my ex did was completely wrong and invasive.
This shit
It felt
too.
like
We gotta
a
start
breach
calling
in
that
our
nigga
privacy.
Kenstein dude or
I know
something.
a lot of people don't believe I
gotta
deserve the
brand that
platform
nigga
that I
career.
have, and don't think I should come back to the internet at all. I understand. What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like me, who are
Alright,
struggling
fool.
and they don't even
You
know
ain't
it.
never made a post
will be
like these
back
before,
to
my nigga,
streaming,
dude. Just keep it to
And
the
I will be
apology.
back to doing what I love. Because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do believe
Now all of a sudden she's a therapist, bro. I seen you. The first video I ever seen of you was in a Spider-Man shoot. You danced to do a TikTok dance. What does that have to do with mental health? But I hate when niggas take this route.
I get stronger.
Salute to you, my
and I
nigga,
get
and shit.
help.
But don't take this route,
I
gang.
can
It don't
do
even
that.
make you sound believable.
To my
Come on.
community and to all my supporters,
You wasn't moving like this.
I'm so sorry I let you guys down. I'm so sorry I disappointed you
Turn
guys.
the comments off.
And if you are still here to support me, thank you. If not, that's okay too. Thank you for your time. And thank you for listening to my truth and my story.
Yeah. But listen though, I ain't gonna lie. If this shit actually true and Ken Steen actually did this shit, my nigga, that we gotta the same reason she cracked her cousin, right? She threw out 10 times more allegations. If we ran her off the app and shit, motherfuckers DMing her death threats. I don't know if I can say that. Bro, y'all gotta return the same energy. It's only right, my nigga. It's only right. But I mean, shit, I don't know how this shit gonna unfold. I don't know if he finna get the lawyers to do him and get her out of here, my nigga. But hey, until the next update, until the next time, the catch up boys, I'm out, like, subscribe and shit, and I'm going, bro.